The idea that Jews are the chosen people is one of the most recognized and often misunderstood theological claims within Abrahamic traditions. Rooted in the Torah, echoed in Christianity, and addressed directly in the Qur'an, this concept raises questions that are both spiritual and political. But what does being chosen really mean? And does this chosenness still apply in the context of modern Israel's actions? What does chosen people mean in the Torah? In the Torah, God declares the Israelites as his chosen nation. Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. For you are a people holy to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you out of all the peoples to be his people, his treasured possession. But this chosenness was never unconditional privilege. It was a covenantal responsibility. The Israelites were chosen to uphold divine law, Torah, act justly, reflect God's holiness to other nations. Amos 3 verse 2. You only have I chosen of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your sins. Meaning, the more is expected of the chosen, not less. Favor comes with stricter accountability. What does the Quran say about being chosen? The Quran acknowledges that the Israelites were once chosen. Quran 2:47. O children of Israel, remember my favor that I bestowed upon you and that I preferred you over the worlds. But this too was conditional and not eternal. The Quran repeatedly teaches, guidance and favor are based on righteousness, not race or lineage. The covenant was broken by disobedience, arrogance, and injustice. Quran 2:124, God said, my covenant does not include the wrongdoers. Quran 3:110, you are the best nation produced for mankind. You enjoin what is right and forbid what is wrong. Thus, chosenness is now open to all who live justly and believe in one God, not exclusive to any group. Modern Israel does not fulfill the Torah's requirements. The state of Israel today is a secular nation, not governed by Torah law, nor led by prophetic guidance. Examples of disobedience to the Torah: Sabbath violations, commerce and transport run freely on Shabbat, dietary laws, kosher not enforced by the state, social justice commandments. Torah commands kindness to strangers and the oppressed. Exodus 22, verse 21. Do not mistreat or oppress a foreigner, for you were foreigners in Egypt. Yet Palestinians, Muslim and Christian, are systematically displaced, oppressed, and denied rights, even though they live there for generations. Establishment by violence. The Torah does not command a return to the land through conquest without divine sanction. The founding of modern Israel in 1948 was marked by wars, massacres, and ethnic cleansing, including Deir Yassin Massacre, 1948, over 100 civilians killed. Sabra and Shatila, 1982, thousands of refugees slaughtered in Lebanon, with Israeli military oversight. A nation of genocide? This is against the Torah. The Torah strictly prohibits murder and commands justice. Exodus 20 verse 13, you shall not murder. Proverbs 6 verses 16 to 17, the Lord hates hands that shed innocent blood. But today, Israel's military actions in Gaza and the West Bank include bombing residential buildings and hospitals, killing thousands of civilians, including women and children, using collective punishment against entire populations. These actions violate Torah principles of justice, mercy, and protection of innocence. Even many Jews around the world, including rabbis and Holocaust survivors, have publicly condemned the occupation and apartheid policies, recognizing that Zionism is not Judaism and violence is not obedience to God. The Promised Land should not be gained through bloodshed. While ancient Israelites were led into Canaan under divine command, the idea of modern conquest by secular weapons and nationalism is foreign to Torah and prophetic tradition. Isaiah 2 verse 4, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Psalm 37 verse 11, the meek shall inherit the land and delight themselves in abundant peace. Peaceful coexistence with neighbors, not conquest, is the true vision of the prophets. According to the Torah and the Qur'an, the land belongs not to those who seize it with force, but to those who uphold righteousness and humility. God's curse upon the disobedient. Victory will be temporary. If a nation claims divine favor but acts in direct opposition to God's commandments, any power it enjoys is destined to be short-lived. In the Torah, Deuteronomy 28 verse 15, "But if you do not obey the Lord your God, all these curses will come upon you and overtake you." These include defeat by enemies, loss of land, fear and instability, environmental destruction, exile and ruin. Deuteronomy 28 verse 25, "The Lord will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. You will come at them from one direction, but flee from them in seven." Leviticus 26 verse 33, "I will scatter you among the nations and will draw out my sword and pursue you. Your land will be laid waste." And indeed, signs of divine displeasure are manifest even today. Just recently, Israel has faced massive wildfires, burning thousands of acres, destroying homes, displacing residents, and threatening cities. Deuteronomy 28 verses 22 to 24 foretells, "The Lord will strike you with burning heat, with scorching wind. The sky over your head will be bronze, the ground beneath you iron. The Lord will turn the rain of your land into dust and powder. It will come down from the skies until you are destroyed." Many religious voices interpret such disasters not merely as natural events, but as warnings of divine judgment, especially when accompanied by injustice, bloodshed, and oppression. These verses warn that even chosen people can fall if they act unjustly, break their covenant, and shed innocent blood. This is a divine law, not tied to race but to moral behavior. If being chosen means living by justice, mercy, humility, and worship of the one God, then any people who live righteously can be considered favored in the sight of God, regardless of ancestry. Modern Israel, as it stands, does not fulfill the Torah's conditions for chosenness, violates its ethical and spiritual foundations, sheds innocent blood, which the Torah and Qur'an both condemn. The land of Palestine, sacred to Jews, Christians, and Muslims, should not be ruled by guns, missiles, or apartheid walls. It should be shared in justice and peace, as all Abrahamic scriptures envision. And unless the state of Israel returns to obedience, justice, and humility before God, its victories will be temporary, and the curses written in the very scriptures it claims to uphold will surely find fulfillment. Already, the fires consuming its forests and homes are a sign. The land will not bless the disobedient forever.